behind it now. Please bring your comments. Oh, yes, that's better. Don't hide behind it now. Please bring your comments. Bring them, bring them, bring them. Yes, we are talking about the National African American Gun Owners Association and the comments that I said about them earlier. So let's see how many people going to come on and bring their comments, because I really want to have a discussion. I don't want to just do a bunch of talking and stuff like that, because, I've done that already. I said my points, but it's a lot of people like to throw their hand, throw what they say, throw a rock and hide their hand. So since we, could assume that, I'm doing that, which is not even the case, let's go on ahead and bring out those comments. I want to see if we keep that same doggone energy, all the comments you all had to say, you said you got this recommended, good, good, good. All the comments that you all had to say about it, let's go on ahead and talk about it. Let's go on ahead and talk about it. Please, let's go. That's right. Meet me here. Let's talk about it. Yes, I'm waiting for the comments. I'm waiting for the comments. I'm really waiting for the comments, because I love it. See, it's easy for you to type. Nah, we ain't talking about games right now, bro. If you one of those ones that play games, that's not me. We're not here to play games. What's going on, Frank? How are you? What's going on, sir? What is going on? We're over here talking about the National African American Gun Association versus the NRA. That's what we're talking about. And, I'm not necessarily on here to defend the NRA, because the NRA has had a few issues. Gun control has been very, very, very racist. Very, very, very racist as it relates to some parts of the NRA. I get it, right? Guns used to be an exclusive thing for white guys, right? Come on. There is nothing wrong with having a gun association such as the National African American Gun Association. So don't misconstrue my words. I never once said that there was a thing wrong with having that type of an association. But if the basis of your association is to be racist because you don't like the racist treatment, if the basis of your organization is, oh, Trump started emboldening racist white folks. See, now that's one thing you can talk about. Stephen Howell. I'm in California, and the NRA helped take away our gun rights here in Cali. I didn't know that, right? See, the NRA has its issues too. It's going through some stuff right now. I'm not trying to say the NRA is a perfect organization. And the curriculum, yeah, it could need some it could need some overhaul for sure. They've tried things and the things have failed. They've succeeded at certain things. Well, let me tell you what the NRA has done for Chicago. Let me tell you what the NRA has done for Chicago, right? The NRA made it possible for us to be able to have concealed carry here in Chicago, in Illinois, okay? Absolutely, Frank, for sure, right? The NRA made it possible for Washington, D.C. to be able to have their handgun ban stricken, where they could have some ability to be able to protect themselves with a pistol. You see what I'm saying? It's just amazing. It really, 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 really is amazing how an organization just started up and you're crapping on the organization that has been around for quite some time. When I talked about it earlier, I talked about Ulysses S. Grant, right? One of the former presidents of the United States. After his presidency in 1883, from 1883 to 1884, he was the president of the National Rifle Association. I guarantee you, if you ask any of the NAAGAs, since they want to use that acronym, I'm going to go ahead and give them their just due. If you ask any of those NAAGAs, yes, Stephen, If you ask any of those NAAGAs, I guarantee you they never knew anything about Ulysses Grant. They never knew anything about him being a staunch advocate for civil rights. Never knew anything about him being a general of the Army, a part of the Union Army. I guarantee you they never knew any of that. And so I'm not saying anything about the young lady, Stephanie, I forgot what her, Stephanie Marie. In fact, she follows me on Facebook, right? I follow her on Facebook. She's had pictures and done things, and I've liked her post. But when you put yourself out there as a spokesperson, you put yourself out there to be spoken for or against. Welcome to the spokesperson world. Welcome to having followers. Welcome to putting yourself out there. You put yourself out there. Nobody made you do that. You made that comment. Nobody made you say that. And if they made you say that, you probably should have checked the history and the record of what you were saying before you even started saying it. You are wrong. Now, the NRA does need work, but just because the NRA needs work, that is not how you get membership, by crapping on another organization to try to make yours better by misinformation. Do they have things they need to fix? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Absolutely. But you don't even have any legislative power. Let's talk about that. Are you out there teaching people, firearms tactics and stuff like that? Sure, right? Gun events? Sure. I love it, right? Gun events, all that great stuff. And over 60 to 70% of the members are women. I super love that. I'm a father of 4 kids, 3 of whom are girls. I love that. I am an advocate for women defending themselves. Yes, right? I hate sexism to where it takes that away from women, right? But I will tell you this. Stop gassing the people up with misinformation. Stop that. Because it's not going to do anything, right? What if Killer Mike said, I'm sorry, reading your comment. I like what Killer Mike said. If you don't like the NRA, flood the ranks. Absolutely. Absolutely. If you don't like the NRA, flood the ranks. Flood the ranks. Flood the ranks, right? How many black folks are NRA members, right? There was a comment on my last video, right? And yes, the NRA needs some better upper management. See, put it out there, right? We ain't trying to say the NRA is the best, right? But I'm not going to discount what they have done to get us where we are here, right? NAGAs, you don't even have any legislative power. Who knows you in Washington? Who knows you at the levels where laws are made? That's also where it counts too. It's not just about teaching people about guns. Oh my God. Certain black folks want to talk about white folks voting against their interest, right? If you voted for Joe Biden and you hated Donald Trump, how can you be the member of a national African American gun association when among the 2 presidents, or of the 2 presidents, Trump was for guns? Yes, he had some, gun positions that, kind of like, okay, well, you should have did this, whatever the case may have been. But Trump was for guns. Biden is not. Biden has told you he's going to come after guns. And what makes Trump supporters and people who know Biden believe him? Because in my graduate class, right, one of the projects that I had for my poli-sci class was to do a project on a political a point of interest, something I was interested in. And I did heavy research on the Violent Crime Control and Law Enforcement Act of 1994, otherwise known as the Clinton Crime Bill. Joe Biden was a huge sponsor and the author of that, signed into law by President Clinton. That was the law that was responsible for imprisoning a great degree of black folks in prison, right? For violations of drug offenses and gun offenses and things like that, right? also responsible for the magazine ban and a lot of the guns that, remember the George Floyd, right? Everybody wanted to go out and get more guns, and Trump, emboldening, or is alleged to have emboldened white people to say what they have been saying all along, and now you want to go get guns. All those little fancy guns you got, and those little Instagram posting, you doing stuff like that. Guess who's about to come for all of that? President Joe Biden. And he said he was going to do it, and it's already started with H.R. 127. I hate to say it, but it's true. Black folks, we are so behind the curve as it relates to gun ownership and gun rights and even gun education. I sat in on an interview. I'm not going to say where. I sat in on an interview where a black kid, right, came in the interview. And I wasn't there as a part of the interviewing committee, but I was there just, as a bystander, just listening, invited to just listen. This black kid served in the military. Hey, Miss Tina, how you doing? This black kid served in the military. And in him serving in the military, he ended up getting out of the military. He came to a certain place to get a job relating to guns. And he was asked, well, what's the difference between, which is bigger, a 223 or a shotgun? A 223 round is bigger. Well, why would it be bigger? Because, what do you say? Something like a 223 round would be something that couldn't fit inside of the tube of a shotgun. And I'm sitting here like, a 223 isn't made for the shotgun, but a 223 round can actually fit in the tube. Matter of fact, several 223 rounds could fit in the tube of a shotgun. You see what I'm saying? But he owns a gun. What I'm saying is this. We are so behind the curve as it relates to gun ownership. We are so behind the curve as it relates to gun rights. We are so behind the curve as it relates to true gun education. We are, yes, the military, but it ain't just the military. It ain't just the military, sir. It's other people around him, too, who failed him. You see what I'm saying? It's other people around him who failed him. I put a comment, well, not a comment, but I said in my last post about the National African American Gun Association that Philando Castro's instructor failed him, and I was attacked on that. What, like, there aren't any bad teachers? There aren't any bad teachers? Of course, there are people who will fail you and set you up for failure by giving you misinformation or by not telling you at all. See, when you have no experience, you don't know. So let me educate you. The USCCA, the NRA, and even who I was certified, a law enforcement organization, right? Just like your California Post, Arizona Post, Illinois Post, whatever the case may be, whatever certifying entity certifies you as a firearms instructor, as a police officer, to be a firearms instructor, right? They will teach you what you should teach. They don't teach you how to teach. They don't teach you how to teach. That is on you. They will teach you about stance, grip, aiming, breathing, trigger squeeze. They will teach you about history, but they don't teach you how to teach. And that's the thing. I've certified thousands. I've rejected hundreds. And I know in my experience, students have questions. And you must be educated to be able to address those issues. You got people out here talking about what the police should have done, and they've never been the police. You got people talking about what will happen, and they've never come even remotely close to experiencing it. And it's ways to get that stress inoculation. It's ways to go get ride-alongs with police departments in various municipalities so you can increase your knowledge, so you can have a library of information from which to teach. You can collaborate with other more experienced instructors so you can gain the knowledge and understanding. I'm not a biblical scholar. I believe in God, but I don't do religion. But I will tell you this, it says in the Bible, in all thy getting, get an understanding. Study to show thyself approved. How do you get an understanding and think you're not going to be tested? I'm going to say a phrase and it's going to allude to something I'm a part of. Often tried, never denied, and willing to be tried again. If you as an instructor are never tried, often, never denied, and willing to be tried again, right? You think because I'm an instructor, I know it all? Absolutely not. I'm often tried. Every time I come on my platforms, I get attacked, not by white folks. I get attacked by black folks. So just ask yourself that question. You want the NRA to come out and tell you what they think about a certain thing, when they know if they say this, and this is what they truly believe, they know they are going to get attacked. I'd rather be silent like the NRA on those issues and be thought of as a fool than to speak out and remove all doubt, or even to speak out and get attacked and chastised for the truth. And that's the one thing about the truth that I've often learned. People like to like what they hear. People like to like who's telling them that thing. People don't want to learn from what they've heard. They don't want to learn from what they've heard. They want to like the person who's telling them this information. They want to like, just say what you say what needs to be said to fit this description, to fit this, to fit that. Say what you feel. Oh, don't say that. We don't agree with that. We don't like that. We don't accept that. And I see it every time in my class when I put people through things that they never knew. I love my position as an instructor because I have the ability to be able to expose people to things they would have likely never have gotten had they not been exposed to it. As an instructor, what's up, bro? As an instructor, your duty is to teach them, tell them, show them, and have them show it back to you. And if you don't have the experience to teach, there are people out there who will give you the experience because you crave knowledge. I am often tried, never denied, and willing to be tried again, because that is what's going to make me better. Failure is a part of success if I learn from the failure. But if I don't have the confidence to fail, I won't have the ability to solve problems. If I don't have the confidence to fail, I won't have the ability to solve problems. And Stephen, you said something that was very important. Yes, I am that nasty medicine. I'm that Dr. Tishner's. That shit that you put in your mouth and you're like, ew, but it's good for you. Not everything that's good for you has to taste good. Not everything you need to hear has to sound great. Not everything you hear you have to like. But it can still be good for you. So throw it in the comments. I dare you. Meet me on the level. Don't have me quote some more stuff now. Because I'm ready. I'm ready. National African American Gun Association, stop crapping on the NRA. Because you ain't going to get good members like that. Because with the stuff I've heard from previous members who are no longer members, if the NRA got hold to that information, you'd have some trouble. It's one thing to go out there and promote gun ownership amongst us. We need that. Educate the people. But don't crap on the fathers who have done what they needed to do to make it possible for us to do what we should have been doing. In Illinois, concealed carry has been out since 2013. And people are just now in 2021 getting their concealed carry. Barack Obama did not do anything to advance the cause of gun ownership, but you waited till a white man. You waited till a white man became the president to then decide, oh, now it's time. So many killings and so much crime in our community, and you wait till a white man tells you it's time to do. And notice, I'm going to end with this. No white person has yet infilled into the black community to mess it up. You want the police to stop doing what they do, so ironically you can get a gun and start killing your own brother and sister. We got conflicts in our households, within our four walls, within our blocks that we gotta fix. But your solution is to get a gun and tell other NAAGAs to kill other niggas. Yes, I said it. Because that's your solution. No. No. Train them well. That's a quote from the movie Glory. Train them well. Teach them well. We got so much stuff in our community we gotta fix, and a gun isn't gonna fix it. Nobody's coming into our communities to fuck with us but us. And we gotta fix it. Sure, the gun can be a part of that solution if nothing else works. But we got more things we gotta do. So what say you? I'm not your enemy, but I'm not here to be your friend either. I'm here to give you that nasty medicine, because I don't bite into anyone's agenda but what I feel. And what I feel, you doing the right thing, but you going about it the wrong way. And I'm here to correct the record. This is Instructor Mike, and you've been trained. Put your comments in here, like this video, share this video. I'll talk to you.